Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of So What You Hear. I'm Jay,
I'm Craig.
Tiff,
and we are through another week of
a
football.
painful week of football.
Yep, Titans suck. Go Colts, girl. Good win. I
But we
forget.
all lost, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're losers.
yeah.
I mean, y'all look good. Y'all look good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't
I
watch
mean-
any football, but I did. I did
Why
watch.
you stop talking?
I did watch. I went back and watched highlights of a lot
Okay,
of things
come on, baby.
afterwards. But I will not lie. We were doing well until Levis. Just being Levis. Tony Pollard was a good shining start. Giants game, y'all, I will say you guys are definitely a quarterback away. Your
So
defense,
close.
your
Even
defense,
the quarterback, he's gotten better.
He's so close.
Oh.
It's just
He's
not.
gotten so much better. Like
it's- and
it's scoring in the red zone.
I don't Dallas. I
Ball
don't know.
placement.
Dallas. I have nothing else to say.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
You think there's something wrong with that field there?
At
'Cause
MetLife?
everybody kept missing that side
That
of the
one
field.
field goal, all the
That's what
shanks, them
Buffalo
left.
missed it.
Buffalo missed, and it's like on to, and it yanks left right before it gets there.
The
We
Jets.
missed two, the Jets missed two, and Buffalo missed one, all in the same
must be
field
the
goal.
wind how it hits that side of the stadium.
Yeah,
It's-
and they're
it's-
all the exact same curve. It's dead on, and then about 5-10 yards before it gets to the actual field goal, it just yanks left. And it was like four. Like we played Sunday night in New York. They played Monday. Two of ours, two of the Jets, and one of the Buffaloes, all in the same way.
Who y'all played? I just my brain.
Cincinnati.
They missed one too, didn't they? Or was it the other way? Where were
I don't
they
remember.
missed
I
there?
think they might have missed one too.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Money back missed one too.
it has to be wind or something. It has to be somehow the
That's
stadium
right.
set up.
Yeah, the way the wind.
Because it was exactly the same miss. It was a hard yank to the left at the last second. But
That was disappointing. Like I thought the Lions were gonna win, so I'm not gonna be like, I thought the Lions were gonna win because going by what we've been doing this season, But that giving away the ball in the red zone is starting to get really old. Like we're getting down there. All we gotta do is score at this point, and he's giving the ball away. Our defense is atrocious, so I can't even I don't even want to even talk about that. But then they have people hurt. We could go through all day what's wrong with defense, but like
well, I think it would probably be better
if they don't have to be on
if
the
your
field all the
general
time.
manager would admit that he's not doing a good job and get a real general
Because
manager.
I wasn't even mad at him at first because, like I said, he can't play for them. They don't want to. I can't make Dak throw straight. I'm like he's trying so hard to give CD the ball that he's giving it
But-
away. But then there's that arrogance of like, well, I did the like
Clearly, you didn't.
because even Derrick Henry, he says that like, we couldn't afford it. Why
Didn't
We hadn't
can't we
signed anybody.
afford it?
Didn't
We
ask-
haven't signed anybody yet. What are you talking about?
ask him.
You didn't pay Lamb yet. Dak didn't get paid yet. I'd rather for you to take a little bit of each of them money and gave it to Derek. Like, what are we talking about? I'm sick. Aren't you sick of being robbed by Dak? Like, when everybody was like, "Oh, he needs to get paid," he got paid. He got paid the last time. Where is my Super Bowl? So I went back to the last time quarterbacks didn't disappoint me, and I went and got my Troy.
My problem is, as a general manager, you are responsible for the personnel on the field.
Mm-hmm.
You have not gotten the right personnel,
Clearly.
and now it is showing because he's always been that by the person about going through the draft to his boys that he picks. They're handpicked by his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the ones you've handpicked, sir, aren't doing the job for you.
You, for some reason, pick weak-minded players.
Well,
When you clearly, all of these players clearly have the talent. Every year, Dallas has a super talented team. Romo fell apart in the end of the game. Playoffs, big game. Dak fall apart at the end of the game. Playoffs, big game. All of your players play like crap when you need to be
you
mentally
need them
tough.
the most, yeah.
That means you pick weak-minded players.
When I saw Dak blow the raspberry thing when he threw that interception, he's like, I was like, oh, this motherfucker just don't care.
He's done.
I was like, yo, give.
Romo wasn't
I knew
drafted.
Dak was done about a month or so ago. Y'all lost. I guess it wasn't a full month. It was a couple weeks ago. Y'all lost, and somebody was like, well, what is it that needs to click on this team for y'all to get over the hump? And he went, if we knew what needed to be fixed, we'd have fixed it by now. So you're admitting you have no idea why y'all suck.
I mean,
You can't be fixed.
I mean, like I said, they're in the red zone, so it's not like they can't get there. There's not like they're not boom, 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 boom.
Zeke
They
led
wasn't
the
running
league.
the ball. They get to the red zone. They don't run the like.
Zeke led the league in red zone touchdowns last year. You all had the worst proficiency in the red zone. You go get Zeke, the entire world was like, well, I don't know if that fixes your running back situation,
But it helps
but
the red zone.
you should be able to. Y'all don't run the ball in the red zone at all.
They don't even
Why?
have him
Why
on the
would you
field.
go get the number
He
one
has
red
barely
zone
touched the
threat?
field.
Like, why would you go get a number one red zone threat and not use him in the red
It
zone?
makes no sense. Like I said, that one ball, the one he threw it, he didn't let go the ball yet, and I was like, no, like I'm watching him like. You should be able to see that. Like maybe I got like the bird's eye. I give you that, but like
But as a professional quarterback that is supposed to be upper echelon in a team that is supposed to be
Second-
championship caliber, you can't not see that. You cannot miss that guy was there to get that ball.
and
Just
you-
can't happen.
And we're paying him way too much to be like.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, he's $60 million quarterback.
Like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, and like I said, like no, you want your money. You are the workhorse.
I still don't get how they're clowning. Like I said, like at no point in time was Daniel Jones the highest paid quarterback. He was not even close to the highest paid quarterback, and we get ridiculed for giving him a contract like that. Well, where's the ridicule for Jacksonville, Cincinnati, Dallas? Like, how about all these quarterbacks? Philly? Your quarterbacks are all super paid, and guess what they're doing? The same thing as Daniel Jones, nothing. At the end of the year, y'all sitting in the same place Daniel Jones is.
Yeah. 3-3. I feel like the 8-8, Jason Garrett all over again.
Oh gosh. Except it's impossible to go 8-8 now.
I'm like
Either you're
Harris
gonna
at
be-
this point. I don't want to go back.
Either you're gonna be 8-9 or 9-8.
I don't want to go back.
Either you're gonna be 8-9 or 9-8. So but and also Jerry getting upset because he has to
Answer questions. Threatening
threatening a host that
Every
you
quarter.
also you made an agreement to talk to them every week. This is when he signed up to be. I'm going to talk to you on the fan. And
You're losing. It's not going to be a positive interview.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you the questions that I would ask anybody. It's my job.
Yeah. It is what Jerry told him. It's not your job. That's exactly what his job is to do.
They have them that just shoot, Dallas rainbows up everybody's booty. And then, like, we got eyes. We can see. We know what winning look like, and we know what losing
Jerry,
look like.
this isn't even just an underwhelming team. Y'all suck.
If
It's not even just they're not as good as they should be.
that's
Y'all aren't a good team.
They're not good. I'm sorry. This is a talented team. There's no reason why they're losing.
But that's what I'm saying. The execution I'm seeing on field is not talent. This is trash.
If they were all like just garbage, I'm like, well, this is one of those years. It makes no sense. There's no reason why they're losing. I'm sorry.
The question is, depending on what y'all finish, whatever y'all record's gonna be is gonna say what it is.
Well, I'm
Because
pretty sure
if y'all record is, if y'all don't get above 500 this year, y'all are trash.
Well, that's it. Like McCarthy's, I'm sure he's gone. And then what's next? Who else are you gonna?
But again,
destroy
who are you?
coach's
Yeah, who are
career?
you bringing in?
Who wants to deal with
Quinn
it?
is gone.
Nobody
We have
wants to,
Zimmerman.
and you're
defense look
clearly
worse.
showing through these interviews.
Our defense
You're
look-
clearly showing that you don't, in any way, shape, or form, have the ability to have the self-realization that you are clearly the problem, and somebody else needs to take care of the
I
game
don't know.
management and player.
I think it's the players. I'm sorry.
He picks every single player.
They're there. They were picked. These are the players last year. They did well. Like, I'm sorry. Dak is. I'm sorry. Like, I don't like his stance on it.
You cannot blame the players that he picked and then not blame him. You are the GM. If your players do not perform, the people you pick
They
don't
are
perform.
too talented
You're not a good GM.
for this. I'm sorry. If they were non-talented, then I'd be like,
Or
Who's talented?
actually, your window is closed. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You
It's
got
over.
like honestly, they were
The contracts
good.
are too high.
They were good. But they missed their like we said in NFL. It's not for long. And right now, a lot of your players have reached their peak, and now they're on the back end, or they had that 1 or 2 years where they're like, okay, and now it's over, and it's just how it goes.
I don't know.
Because you have to catch fire. Like, let's be real. Those 3 seasons y'all went 12-5, or y'all had 12. That's when y'all were hot. That
I
was your
think some
window.
of the play. You don't think some of the play calling into?
I mean, y'all changed play callers.
It's McCarthy.
Why does the play calling work in the regular season, not when it matters?
It's not working in regular season.
Well, this year it's working every other regular season.
I mean, y'all had 12. Y'all were 12-5 the past 3 seasons.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Dak turns into trash when the game matters.
And I just
He throws 47 picks a game when it matters. All the talent goes out the window when the game matters.
My point is,
Even when
I just think of the window's closed. I just say the window's closed. I'm saying because yes, they, for instance, like Trayvon Diggs come back from that injury. He may have lost a step. Deron Bland was hurt, still hurt, right? He's not. He's just getting back. You didn't have Micah or D Law. D Law's been injury prone for the past fucking 5 years. I said you.
And
I
hasn't really been
I
producing even
said
when
y'all
he is
should
in.
have cut him loose.
Yeah.
A
You
while
should have
ago.
traded him a while
Yeah.
ago.
And then also even the depth you had, your one boy got hurt, gone for the season basically, or the torn meniscus.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and then like you also lost the one dude to neck injury who was your guy. He was the center of your defense. What was his freaking name? He just retired. I forget his name.
Sean Lee.
That's Sean Lee.
That's Sean Lee.
Leighton Van Der Esch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Leighton Van Der Esch gone. Like I said, that window for what it was is gone. And like CD got paid. CD's not playing
But
well.
that's the problem.
And then,
too.
like, Brandon just
Everybody
got
is
hurt.
so high. How do you rebuild when
Yeah.
you gotta pay?
You lost and then Tyron Smith got old. Had to let him go. You got Zach Martin. You lost, and then your other center had to retire because he was because he got sick, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like y'all's team was great. Y'all had all the building pieces, and now you're at that point. Now it's like
Well,
It's
I
over.
think,
But
like
Jerry
I said,
has a
I don't
tendency
even
to
know how
build
you
dead
gonna
horses, so
because I
he's going
think
to carry
talking
this
about-
exact same thing for
I
years.
think he's going to strip the team this year anyway. I think that's what he was saying about
How is he
all
going to
of-
strip it? He just signed Dak
But
and
that's what I'm
CD
saying.
to a
I
bunch
think
of
those
money.
the only two he keeping. But then who you getting?
he has no money. What money?
That's-
Your cap space is fucking.
That's all
gone.
your money. Those are the two that have to go.
Now I heard the Cavs supposed to get hired. Was
It does every year necessarily, but my biggest
And
thing,
that's why he went and paid them this year. Well, at least Dak. That's what I hear.
Look.
Because, that's what I hear.
we'll
Yeah.
see. But I guess
But
that
let's
was
talk about trades. I'm depressed. Okay.
There's a lot of really crazy talking
Yeah.
about windows. A lot of people went out their way to try to get their window fixed.
true.
Davante Adams, which I mean, it's not completely a surprise. Like they were talking over the summer, like so. Eventually, the Raiders are probably going to trade Davante Adams to the Jets. Like he
Yeah.
already had custom cleats made for the Jets. He did not
Yeah.
just get that done. He knew where he was going.
He was Sunday,
no,
right?
he
was
knew
already
for a
there.
fact once after you saw that wide receiver thing come out, you just knew he was like, I don't have a quarterback, I can't be here.
Yeah, I got to get out of here. They're going to
Yeah.
kill you.
So you know he wanted to go somewhere where he can at least be appreciated.
And I'm sorry, it can't be a coincidence. Aaron Rodgers came out of that game and they were like, what happened on the pick? And he's like, there's a line that Mike Williams was supposed to run, and he didn't run it, and the ball went where he was supposed to be, and he
wasn't
didn't get
there.
it.
And that's why he fell back.
That's
a
why
step
he fell, because he
yeah.
was trying to recover to get where
Yeah.
he was supposed to be. That's not going to happen anymore.
He still almost caught it.
Garrett Wilson and him have had, like, yeah, if it's a wide open pass where Aaron can just put it on him, but the timing one, Garrett Wilson ain't there. He don't got to worry about it. Devontae will be running that.
Yeah.
They don't even have to talk. They can look at each other and change routes. They audible at the line without speaking.
I
They
mean,
literally said it.
He's at his house right now.
Yeah.
And he's probably, and Aaron's probably like, hey, this is the new vernacular. This is some of the vernacular. Some of the stuff's the same. But look,
Hackett was there with him in Green Bay.
I know, but he said some of the verbiage
Yeah.
did change. So he probably giving him stuff that did change.
can-
but,
yeah.
But other than that, Aaron's like, I don't have to worry about it.
In this way, I think we'll have a receiver being able to, in the receiving room,
Yeah.
look at the tape with Jason Garrett. Because that's the thing. I highly doubt Aaron Rodgers and Jason Garrett, or Jason Garrett.
You say you'll hack it.
No.
Devontae?
Garrett Wilson.
Oh, Garrett, okay.
I
I know
highly
where
doubt
you
Garrett
were.
Wilson and Aaron Rodgers are sitting in the film room together going like, no, buddy, see, if you should have, it's a coach in the wide receiving room. Like,
Yeah.
now you're going to have Devontae go, no, if you would have leaned this right there, that would have been a perfect pass. And now it's like, oh. And then when they get on the field, Devontae can physically show him what he's supposed to do. And I think that'll make them really dangerous the rest of the season. And we already know their defense is good. And I'm sorry, like, Pittsburgh is an anomaly. 90% of defenses, if you don't have some kind of offensive threat, you're not going to win. That's what you watch when we play. When our offense can put up points, our defense is one of the best in the league.
Well,
But when you know you don't have to score and as an offense, you can just kind of do what you wanted, like, oh, we'll just get what we give them, you tear defense apart.
yeah.
They're not going to be able to hold that. And the Jets have been that one or two plays out of sync to really put offensive pressure on people. And
Yeah.
Devontae will fill that.
Like
Yeah.
the old Ravens once they got Flacco.
But
Yeah.
also to keep up with them and
In the
in the
division.
division, the Bills went and got Amari Cooper, something they desperately needed.
Yeah.
They needed somebody in that wide receiver room also to help Keon Coleman and that young core. They got Shakir for speed. They got Coleman who could also he's kind of like he's definitely up and coming. But you know, Amari's gonna be the guy who's gonna teach them to get their routes crisper. He's gonna be the guy who's gonna be getting open. And
Keon Coleman is definitely a guy that likes to learn.
Yeah,
so he said that's one thing they've said since he got to Buffalo. I mean, they'll ask him stuff and he's like, yeah, we can go over that. What y'all want to talk about? Like, so he's going to talk to Amari Cooper and
he's
be
gonna
like,
soak up all the information.
oh, yeah. And I mean, the kid's good. And if he can get some of what Amari's teaching him.
So you think the drop-these that Amari was getting, you think that was just
I think it's lack of
frustration with
focus, yeah.
Cleveland?
That's how he got towards the end of the Dallas
and
career.
that's
When
why-
he starts getting frustrated with and the Raiders,
Like,
when he starts getting frustrated with the team, he starts dropping the ball.
That's a problem a little bit to me.
Yes and
And
no.
I love Amari, but
But I mean, you're talking about 3 super dysfunctional teams.
it sounds a little spoiled.
Or it's what happens when you have bad management.
Like when you know you're skilled, you know you can do it. You can like. Also, I feel bad for
But
him
they're
because
not gonna win if
anytime
you
he got the
drop it.
ball would get the call.
That is true.
Back for him.
Every time he would make a play, they throw a flag.
Yeah.
That's
Every
true.
time he making a big play, call back. He's
Illegal
like,
formation and stuff, yeah.
And so then the next time the ball comes on, he's like, I dropped it.
yeah.
You think they're gonna ease up with something? Because I feel like it's been a lot of
A lot of
formation,
people are
like,
starting to like, okay,
all these. I mean,
chill out.
I mean, I think they're trying to make it a little bit even for the defense. 'Cause
Yes.
they're a lot more
Stringent.
with the defense. So then like this will make it even, but like it really stops the movement of the game when
you were seeing full. You're seeing,
and it's all the teams. It's not like it's just this team.
You see a legal shift. Hey, you got one person. He didn't line up on the line right. I'm like, damn.
I mean, even got Kansas City a lot. Like it's just
like they're also you get that illegal man downfield getting called. Like
And I mean,
like it's getting
it might make them better too because
Like, I mean,
if
I'm
you keep
seeing
getting
offensive linemen trip and fall forward and get called for a legal man downfield. I'm like, dog, he stumbled forward a half a yard.
But,
Let it go.
If you keep getting penalized for it, that's something the coaches are gonna start. So in the end, it's probably
beneficial.
That's something they're not gonna have to worry about as much because
it's gonna be good. Yeah.
You're gonna start getting really yelled at for for this thing because why we keep getting the same thing when they do their play when they set up their plays they might make sure like in practice and stuff that okay no you got to be back here to make sure that's not a thing.
Okay.
So it might end up working out in the end.
Yeah, and I guess the last trade that's notable is I guess Minnesota saw that offense does not run as great when there's no running back, and if Aaron Jones gets hurt again,
Cam Akers back to Minnesota. It goes back. Remember when he left the Rams, he went to Minnesota and tore his Achilles.
That's right.
And so he's going back to Minnesota
to try to do it again.
Okay.
So
as a relief runner, he'll work.
But the thing is, Cam Akers looked good. He looked good in relief for Joe Mixon when he was out at Texas. So and look, he had.
I think Aaron Jones will be back soon. I think he's back this week.
So hey. All power to you, Minnesota. Good luck. And yeah, those are some really big trades. I think though that Jets getting Davante, you see how much that Monday night game had.
They're like the Giants.
They needed that division.
So
they needed that division win though, because that division win and them getting Amari to be able to close that gap between them. That's good. That and the AFC East is going to be
ridiculous.
It's gonna be really tight come towards the end.
Between them two.
I'm not Miami. We're not even talking about Miami and the Patriots.
I'm hearing that Tua should be.
But that's what I'm saying. Between those two, because if
you are hearing Tua should be coming back,
he's coming back after week 8. That's what he got. He went on IR week 4. He's talked like they already said 2 weeks ago. He had talked to all specialists. They said he's fine, and he says in his mind he's coming back.
They think it's concussions or nerves because I wonder if it's more of a nerve.
That could cause concussions depending on if there's a nerve.
I think sometimes it could be
because that one time when they made the big thing, his head did not hit. He got
the
hit
one where he fell and got up and kind of stumbled again.
He got hit more in his back. And
they said that was a back injury, and
I think but I also think if he gets any big shock to his system, his nervous system overreacts.
And that's what I'm saying.
His central nervous system just gets like.
I mean, with this, it moves all this. And it might look the same like it would look for a head injury, but I mean, it's so scary.
Yeah.
I know this is like something you really want, But when it's all said and done, will it be worth it? Like, this is going to be like such a small part in time of your whole life. Like, do you want to not be able to walk later? Do you not want to? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I guess.
And I get it. This is something you've been working for like your whole life. But he's very young. There's a whole lot of life left.
If you have kids and stuff too, like, because realistically, you're playing for you get to the league average age with 23. You're usually playing maybe 10, 15 years at that best.
Yeah.
You're out of the league before you're 40. Dude, you got about 20, 30 years left of life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's such a.
But at the same time, I can honestly say, I don't know if it was me, I'd probably be like, I don't know if I could give up.
I mean,
like especially because this is what you've done for so long. Football's been your life.
I mean,
so,
in the end, it's his choice,
yeah,
and
so
I'll put you on the prayer list, but we'll see.
Yeah. Speaking of injuries.
Speaking of injuries.
Oh.
There was one real bad one. Oh my God. Did you see the thing I sent you?
Oh, I saw the injury.
Did you hear it?
I didn't want to see it.
I didn't hear it. I saw it.
I'll see if I can find the one.
Like,
it sounds like pads cracking.
And
I thought it was two pads hitting, and they're like, no, that's his leg snapping. Aiden Hutchinson, if you haven't figured out what we're talking about.
I saw that knee come in, and you
Yeah.
saw the way his leg just... I was like, oh!
Because I was looking at the opposite leg when he's tackling back, and I'm like, I don't... And then it kind of like flopped, and I was like, oh, what's that? Oh, God!
Because they were like, it's really gruesome, we're not going to replay it. But I watched it when that happened.
About?
I was like,
what is gruesome, man?
And so, but like, that's when I was like, you know what, now I don't want to see it.
Because I didn't show her. I let her hear it. I was like, listen. And all of a sudden you hear, and you're like, oh, was that the hit? You're like, no, that was his leg. I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You should have just let my Cowboys
go off for the season. But but I also think Detroit's windows right now. This is the best we've seen Detroit look in my lifetime.
Ever. I think this may have been the best Detroit look.
Different fans that was like was excited because it's like the first time they beat Dallas in a long time, and then they like beat Dallas. But is it working? Like, I probably wish we lost if we could have come.
I mean, you're hearing so many. I mean, there's so many names out there because people are like, you need to mortgage forget your draft picks.
They said like 18, like how many, like almost a year, right?
No, they actually say he'll be ready for 2025 beginning of the season.
No, yeah.
They said he's ready for
a year.
Yeah. He said it's going to take him 6 months to heal, and then I think another 2 to 3 months to get rehab to be able to play football. It should be 8 to 10 months altogether. Yeah.
That's good because like Alex Smith was scary. So.
Yeah, that was
a little different too.
What was the other one? Who was the one for the Bears? Towards knee. Almost lost his leg. He did lose his leg, didn't he?
No, he didn't lose his leg.
He almost did, though.
Yeah, he had an infection.
Tight end. Yeah, I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, he had an infection.
But that was,
It's like he came down on it, right?
Yeah. Jumped, caught the ball, came down in the end zone, and his knee just popped.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he caught an infection.
So I'm hearing a lot of people, like, basically, like, there's no rumors that this is the conversation, but pretty much everybody that knows sports is like, clearly, the Raiders need an entire team. They got rid of Davante Adams. You know you ain't winning this year. If I'm the Lions, I'm like, yeah, so 2 firsts, a second, and a third for Max Crosby?
And this is like,
I would do the same for either Miles
He's
Garrett,
from
too.
Michigan. He played in the area like Myles Garrett. Now, I'm hearing that Myles Garrett might actually be a real, like, the world is telling them they should try to go get Max Crosby, but Max Crosby has been very like, I want to stay with the Raiders. And the Raiders have been kind of like, yeah, we ain't getting rid of him.
I mean, he's their only, like...
But I am hearing that Myles Garrett might definitely be somebody they go put.
I don't personally mind the Lions. Like, it sucks that they beat us like children, but I just...
Azeez Ojulari from us. There's a conversation about them trading us for him, which I don't really want to do that because, like I said, I feel like we're a quarterback away, close. And so I don't want to lose. Like, even Darius Slayton, I'm like...
Because, like... Especially in our division. So, like, the Commanders are winning, but they just lost their second one.
We're only 2 games back. If Malik Neighbors come back and we start producing again.
Yeah. But then,
they
have the same record as Philly.
And, I mean, Washington is good, but
Philly's
trash.
Philly's 3-3.
Philly's 3-3, I think.
Yeah.
And they're terrible. Like, when you get that hype to beat the Browns, you do realize that everybody in the division beat the Browns worse than what y'all did. Y'all barely squeaked by the Browns. Yeah, we beat the brakes off the Browns.
Yeah, and Dallas beat.
So if I'm Philly, I would not be too positive about playing New York.
The Dallas Browns game is why I thought Dallas was going to be good this year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Because how we beat a team that is not that bad. I'm like, Because, like, we didn't beat them by a lot of points, but our defense beat the hell out of them.
Yeah, he had
Yeah.
like 7 sacks. for the
Philly, yeah.
Bulls.
Yeah. Dexter Lawrence had like 3 sacks by
Yeah.
himself. I think, yeah, like,
Yeah, 7 sacks
Yeah.
that game.
So
yeah, and Philly is not, they're not it. You're not that guy, pal.
Yep. I mean,
So
we still injuries, right? So
But yeah, because they in the Washington,
Yeah,
Jonathan Allen tore his pec, and he's going to be out. So that's
Jonathan
going
Allen
to
for the
really
year.
hurt that inside of that defensive
he's
line.
done for the year. You
Yeah.
should. Oh, okay. I don't know
Pec-
why.
pectoral torn.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm good.
And then also in the NFC East still staying, your boy.
Andrew Thomas hurt his foot for the year. That
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah. He was actually the best, like, I guess, PFF grade.
No, Draymond Illuminor
Oh,
hasn't allowed a pressure all year.
really?
Yeah, but he'll be going to our left side.
Okay.
So the problem is, I'm not really worried about that. I don't think Illuminor's quite as good as Thomas, because like the game against Hendrickson, they had him blocking Henderson 1-on-1. Henderson's up there with like Crosby and Garrett and TJ and Micah. You have to be one of the best tackles in the league to think that we're just going to be like, yeah, that's your guy. Take care of it.
Go.
And he did until, like, as you see, as the game starts going, which now we know he broke his foot. So yeah, he's starting
he was playing on that.
Yeah,
foot.
he played on a broke foot. He finished the game on a broken foot.
Do they think of it? It probably wouldn't be as bad if he had stopped playing.
No, he'll still no matter what. It was still
yeah,
gonna be
it
hard.
broke.
He was gonna be out.
It broke.
So-
There was nothing to save that.
He didn't want to foot this.
Now, like I said, our coach
Like, I'm
has
just
made
saying.
players that look like trash with other players, teams, and coaches look good. So there's a chance this line can still hold up.
You have
Malik Neighbors comes back. That takes a little bit pressure off because defenses can't stack the box as much. And well, there's a rumor mill running around that conversations have been taking place about us possibly talking to the Rams about Matthew Stafford. And at first I was like, oh, this is just fantasy. But then it started popping up more and more places, and some of them weren't like Giants things. And I'm like, hold on, so this is real whispers? Like, because we get Matthew Stafford, and I think we have a chance to be.
Give up? What are they talking about giving up for him?
It's been very like they'll work that out. We might be looking at some picks.
Yeah.
Because I think the worry is we drop Daniel Jones, we go draft a quarterback. What if it's Drake May? What if it's Caleb Williams? What if Caleb Williams took a couple weeks to get going? He needed some development time. Drake May is really not, needing. Bo Nix is still kind of. We could be going through the same thing next year.
Yeah.
We could get a quarterback that needs a year or two to learn.
And now you just got him here while they're learning.
With how this defense is playing, or how this team as a whole is playing, windows. Like, you gotta. So maybe get Matthew Stafford on a year or two, see if a wide receiver falls to us. Not a wide receiver, a quarterback.
Yeah.
Maybe go get another star receiver with a first pick, and then maybe that year 3 next year we go after Arch Manning. I think I'd like the insurance of a quarterback can play.
That's true. I mean, I can't even. That'll be good for y'all.
Yeah,
but
and I think we. And
also
with him this year.
Matthew Stafford's he's not gonna break the bank. He probably make like a third rounder or something else.
Yeah.
So like it's feasible to get him off and also trade off some people that the Rams would need.
They're really, really hurt at wide receiver. We could maybe give them Slayton in a third for Stafford, and I still think that puts us in very talented territory.
With Davante Adams being in the Jets, that Jets wide receiver was very crowded. So like Mike Williams could be gone.
Yeah, so I mean we could give them Slayton, pick up Mike Williams.
That's true. Or they could also get rid of.
Because I like Hyatt. I think he has potential, but he seems like if there's any challenge for the ball, he can't make the catch.
He won't even. Yeah.
Like he can't make the catch. Yeah.
Like they just got it. I heard Russ might be starting.
Yeah. Mike Tomlin won't give no information, man. He won't tell anybody.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like the fact that look, Fields has done what you've asked him to do. He hasn't really turned the ball over. And let's be real, he's the one who scored 2 touchdowns last week running the ball.
Yeah. I don't think he has another gear.
Especially when it comes to being able to use the air game.
Yeah. I also think they have to, because they live in a box, I feel like if you take off the governor a little bit, let him. But I also think they're afraid if they do that, he'll go back to that Chicago.
Because whenever he gets in trouble, he does start panic moding.
Yeah.
I think, too, when it comes to football, I think Russ is very, not that Fields is not intelligent, but Russ has a very football IQ.
Yeah, but the only thing is,
I think there's less
that
coaching.
O-line's so bad. The reason that's why you got to keep Russell because he can at least has his capability. Russ has basically lost his legs.
Yeah.
So And I was watching film.
But
They showed that basically in those plays when the line broke down, Fields was making up like when he should have been sacked for an 8-yard loss, he gets a 14-yard gain.
Yeah.
So there's just like hidden yards there.
but there's also
Wide open receivers that he doesn't hit.
that he doesn't hit, so he has to run because he can't give it to him. And if
Like he can't run a hot route offense.
if he get really hit, he's not throwing it again. That's when he really starts to scramble. He doesn't. He can be boom, boom, boom. They crack him. Nope. He's not even. He's not going to stand there and get hit again. Yeah. He's not.
Okay.
And
it's that PTSD from getting hit all the time.
And I mean, I really think Russ can run the okay, check audible Pickens. I'm gonna literally say hike and throw the ball straight to you.
Yeah.
Justin Fields can't really run that, and so that nullifies some of your weapons to get out of a pass rush.
True.
And nothing, because I've also heard they might be using both of them.
Okay.
I have heard they might be playing both.
Okay.
Using Justin Fields.
Now you don't know who's going to throw the ball. You don't know who's going to run because Russ don't run as much, but Russ can run.
Yeah.
So I mean, they can set that up all kinds of way where you're like, oh no, he's throwing it. He's
and
not.
Najee's been running pretty well. So
yeah. So
I also speaking like a little quarterback, I guess controversies. I think this Anthony Richardson, Joe Flacco thing needs to be nipped in the bud.
Yeah. Well, it's not even nipped in the bud the way they're going. Yeah. They're saying Anthony Richardson's coming back. I didn't think Anthony Richardson could. If I'm picking games this year, I have picked against the Colts every time Anthony Richardson plays, and they've lost.
Well,
it's not just that I picked against them. I've picked against him every time, and they usually lose. He's not good.
It might be one of those things. He did get hurt, and that's how Flacco went in. So I'm going to give you a chance.
And if you don't play well,
I think
the young kid needs to learn how to play quarterback.
But sometimes they do that, especially when they play. Because like I said, and I said this who was it? Alex Smith. He went and had the concussion, and then you want them to be honest when they get hurt. Then you got to have a little bit of loyalty to it when it's time for them to come back. You know what I'm saying? So
my only difference on this,
if they lose or he look bad, I wouldn't be surprised if he's sitting on that bench before the game.
My only thing on this though is it's not like with Alex Smith. Alex Smith was the vet. It's actually the opposite.
Yeah.
It's not as insulting to a player to tell a young player.
Peyton said,
you still need development.
And let's be real.
You should leave them
out there. It's kind of like his rookie season again. Remember, he got
hurt in game 4.
Yeah, but like Peyton was like,
once you put him out
you
there,
don't want to ruin his confidence either. So he has to play through these ugly mistakes. Is what makes him better later on. Like, okay, I won't do that again, kind of like that. But if you sit there, you bench him. Now he's sitting there. Now some people get better off that because they're sitting there like, I will never be benched again.
Yeah.
I feel like what Joe Flacco does, Anthony Richardson can be a 2.0 version of that.
And sometimes you gotta watch, like you said, you have to you get a chance to watch a veteran at work, and you can.
Remember when Flacco first came in the league, all he could do was hand the ball off and throw it 80 yards downfield.
Yeah.
Which Anthony Richardson, he can run the ball, hand it off, and throw it 80 yards downfield.
Yeah,
so you get to just
sit there and learn, like, hey, so how did you start being able to hit a 10-yard out? How did you start being able to hit a 7-yard fade? Like,
you start losing.
What'd you do? Like, yeah,
I got benched.
From the
bar.
Yeah. Well, no, you young kids are morons, and they don't expect you to read defenses anymore. So now I look like a genius.
Yeah.
So I mean, hey, but
I don't know. Like, it's a bye week for Dallas, so I don't have to worry about it.
I think we play Philly.
Do you play Philly?
I think we do. I'm pretty sure that's who we do.
Yeah, you guys do play Philly.
Yep. I think y'all can win that.
Watch y'all beat them.
I really, and that's not just all. And I don't think
you need
they're
to
good
beat them because y'all lost 2 division games.
Well, we need to beat them because I want to shut the Saquon crap up.
Like, you lost 2 division games. Are you playing in Philly?
Is it in Philly? I think that was.
That might help because y'all feel suck.
No, I think that's in MetLife.
No,
they're in MetLife.
Yeah.
Andy Jones doesn't play well in MetLife, but oh well. I think we'll beat them.
I think you need a division game.
Sirianni's gonna be yelling stupid stuff at the crowd. Oh, we're a Super Bowl team and we're playing like crap. What are you doubting us for? Oh, man, it's a moron.
Oh, Sirianni?
Yes.
Yeah. I know. Like Damian, what do you call him? A clown.
Yeah, I mean, you're a Neanderthal that had great coordinators, so they covered up the fact that you're not good at your job.
Yep. Very true.
And now we see, oh, you're not a good coach.
Nope.
Oh, who would have thought? Are those coordinators still playing well? Yes, they are. They're not great, but they're doing
But they're
better.
there.
Wait, yeah, because the Colts, right? That's Steichen was the old coordinator,
Yeah, and the other one went to the Arizona Cardinals.
and Joe Flacco
And
was
the
firing
Card-
people.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said,
Yep.
Sirianni's trash.
Yeah. Thursday night.
We took their best player. Dexter Lawrence is our best player. You did not take
Yeah.
our best player.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you did not.
It's okay.
If anybody's going to make that claim, it's Green Bay. Green Bay could be like, we took your best player. Like, I still
Yeah,
think Dex is better than McKinney, but
McKinney is doing much.
McKinney is like the best
Yeah,
safety in the
he's
league
doing
right this
great
year so
things.
far. So
Great.
He
Bay.
is right now. Listen, they're calling him that.
Oh my goodness.
Saquon is good for one Sports Center top 10 a game, and that's what he does.
Well, that's-
But everybody always remembers the one big play and the fact that he didn't really do much the rest of the game.
I don't think he's the only thing that's really working on that offense though. Like so
Oh,
for
yeah.
them, it's the best. Like that because like when that offense cannot not score, he'll
Yeah.
So
all of their wins are a miracle play from him. But yeah.
So this Thursday angry one was oh my goodness, so angry.
This Thursday, Broncos, Saints.
I'm a Giants fan. We have a lot to be angry about.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna go with.
Oh, I thought you were on there about what
I think we've already gone over. I think we know we're all painted black and gold.
I want the Broncos to win, but I think the Saints are gonna win. But they don't look great either.
That's my problem. I feel, and it's the same thing on both.
Yeah.
Good defenses, solid players around them,
Everybody's talking
young
about
quarterbacks that
Bo
aren't doing that great.
Nix.
They're not bad, but
They're not
good.
like they're doing. They have stupid plays.
I call them purgatory.
Who
It's not bad.
But hold on,
It's not hell,
I feel like
but
everybody.
it's not heaven.
Hold on, everybody's hating on like Bo Nix, and I think he's the only thing that's doing good on the Broncos. Really, like
Their defense is crazy.
the defense. Well, I don't know.
Not
Not last week.
Last week they got
Okay.
ran all over.
I'll
I
give you
had
that.
them. I used
Okay,
them. in
let's be fair on that
fantasy.
though. Harbaugh has J.K. Dobbins running all over everybody, even their losses. He's still
Yeah.
running all over them.
Yeah, their run
So-
game is phenomenal.
I mean, they do have two. Like their offensive line is.
I think I had like 8 points in my fantasy. Bad.
Yeah.
But I gotta go with the Saints. It's in New Orleans. That's kind of the
Yeah, that's what they do.
And hopefully they come back charged up after that trouncing by the freaking Baker Mayfield and the Bucks.
They're good, aren't they?
Huh?
They're good.
Baker is playing the best football I've ever
Baker,
seen.
I mean, for such a trash
Okay.
quarterback.
You're not gonna sit here and
know,
act like Baker Mayfield has ever played this
You
good.
tried to tell me that Daniel Jones is better than Baker Mayfield. That's what you said to me in my face. And that's a lie from the pits of hell. Okay, that's a damnable lie. Okay,
Look, I will say
Just-
Baker is. I think Baker's definitely found his home.
he makes mistakes.
And
He
he-
loses
and he
balls, but
And he has found his home. They have those They have Bucky Irving and Rasheed White.
Bucky Irving.
and Mike Evans didn't even have a great game because I was played against him. He only got like 5 points.
Godwin.
No, he
No,
played against me, and
You
he didn't. He
sure?
only had like
Oh,
5
I was
points.
going back and forth and
Yeah.
looking at yours.
Yeah.
Remember?
Godwin,
I was getting so close.
Godwin
Yeah,
had a lot
you're
of
right. I
scoring
was
for
looking
him.
at yours.
Yeah,
This is his first time. He don't know what to do with
yeah.
himself.
Yeah.
Look,
You only been in playoff once, right? In fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you win championships, let's talk. Anyway,
Yeah.
so just wait with.
We're gonna trade for Stafford. Me and my team are going to Super Bowl this year. We do it with Stafford. I really think we can, but
Oh my goodness! No, you need Jones to do it because he's Eli's clone. Are you just helping with the Halloween look? Like, why is she still on the table? Like,
yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
know.
no. What else is there?
Is
Anything else we
that
talk about?
foot tasty?
Yeah, she's on camera just
Just
all the time.
killing that foot. Like, all right.
all right, on that
I
note,
think that lets us know it's about time to wrap this up.
Yeah, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
Hit us on X and Instagram. I was
Yeah.
about to say Facebook.
I was
That's
about
not
to
what
say
it is.
Twitter, but yeah,
Yeah.
so we all messed up.
But yeah,
Comment, we'll respond.
see what's up. All right.
What do you think about Jerry? Yeah, talk to me. I'm in pain. Talk to me. Peace.
Lord.